This is Shane R. Monroe, and you are here to learn how to play Paladins. Paladins is often joked as being Overwatch Lite, or a ghetto watch, as it were. But for those who are new to the free-to-play model, those who are new to Paladins in general, there's a lot of items here that could be confusing. And so before you invest in that Founders Pack, before you jump into the game, you might be interested to know how all of this works. So we're going to do our best here to take you around. We'll start here with the title screen. Right now there's an event going on, Rise of Furia. That's a separate special game mode. We'll show you the game modes here in just a minute. In the upper right corner, you'll see your name, your current experience level. Of course, you'll see 3 different types of currency, which is not unusual for free-to-play games. You'll also see up along the top, you'll also see what looks like 3 little people. That shows how many people are in your party right now, should you be playing multiplayer. One of the things that you'll see right at the bottom there is social. So if you hit the minus on your controller, you'll see all the people that you know that are in there playing, and of course you can look at who's in your party. The more people, the people you have in your party give you bonuses. You can see there at the bottom, 10% gold, 10% XP. So you can have up to 5 people in a party. Alright, so you'll probably want to play with your friends. So let's take a look. Let's just start at the bottom under profile. There's a handful of things here. Most of this should be pretty self-explanatory. It tells you what you have down here. I wish I had a pointer here, but I don't. At the bottom you see how many champions you have unlocked, 37 of 37. Because you bought the Founders Edition, which is the only way to get Paladins on Switch currently, there is no free-to-play model. You'll automatically have all the champions, and you'll always have all the champions. Under skins, you'll see the number of skins you've obtained and, of course, how many mounts you have. And those items, of course, are all either grinding or paid to obtain. You'll see how much time you've played, what your current level of experience is. There's several different experience levels, and we're going to go through those as well. Sort of your ranks, wins and losses, that sort of thing. You'll see sort of your default loadout. Most of this stuff is just basic stuff that you'll have. Unless you're actually willing to pay money, chances are likely you're not going to get anything but the defaults. Default spray, default announcer, default loading frame. All of these are pretty much pay to obtain. I did manage to get a different horse, so lucky me. I have no titles. I have no avatars. All of this comes from putting money into the game. Different awards you've won, ratings, history. As you can see, I don't have the greatest track record. I'm probably about half and half, though, right? Not too bad. But it's kind of cool you have access to that. All right, the Activity Center is largely useless. It will show you any notifications that you have. Usually it'll tell you if you just won something, you won this particular item, you won this gold or whatever. I don't know why it's completely empty right now. Usually it's full of nonsense. Quests. These are your day-to-day quests. These, as you can see, reset for me in 4 hours. You want to check these every single day that you're on. They will help guide you in what you want to play. You'll get coins and experience for completing these quests. Things like play 2 games of deathmatch, play 2 support characters, play this, play that, obtain 10,000 gold in matches, that sort of thing. And those, like I said, change every day. You'll want to jump back in and check those frequently. The Evil Store. Everything in here is all about pay, buy. You do get a daily reward bonus. As you can see, it's very, very minimal. On day 5, you'll get 1,000 gold. There's the crystals. For those of you who are familiar with free-to-play, the crystals are the heavy-duty Smurf berries. That's how you buy most things, is with crystals, and you get them very, very infrequently. The entire time I've been playing, I've got 65 of them, which isn't enough to buy anything. So keep that in mind. There's a couple of featured things, and then we'll go over to the items. As you can see, everything in here, which this is good news for those of you like me who are anti-free-to-play, every single thing in here is all vanity items. There's nothing in here that can help you win. And as you can see, based on the different things, so let's take a look at skins, and you can sort by the champions that you're interested in. Just a second, sorry about that. So for example, I play a lot of Tyra. That's my character. So it shows you pretty effectively what it's going to cost you to get that. It's going to cost you either 30,000 or it's going to cost you 160. So these are ors, not ands. Unfortunately, these items that are exclusives can only be found in chests, which leads me to the next tab, chests. As you can see, chests are where all the good stuff is, and they all cost only gems. And as you can see, I can afford none of this, and even if I could, the items that I could get are fairly sparse. So that's where you're going to spend your money. And of course, if you were to go to the eShop right now, let's take a look at that. That's a good time to do this. So if we go to the eShop, let's take a look at what their sort of things that they're charging here for you. So the Founders Pack, obviously, I already own because I have the game. But here's the crystal breakdown. All right. So let's say you're not looking to spend a ton of cash. You're looking to maybe pay 15 bucks. That'll buy you 800 crystals. So with 800, you could get yourself a couple of chests, like 2, right? Get yourself a handful of these cheaper chests. So keep this in mind. Again, these are all vanity items, and a lot of these vanity items don't even show up when you play sometimes. Like when you're doing the load screen, there are some cards that don't show any character. So you have a brand new skin, you think it looks cool. Unfortunately, while you can see it in the game, you don't see it during the load screen. So that's kind of weak. And then, of course, if there's some sort of code that you get or giveaways that they give you, then you'll be able to redeem those here. So you have to go to the store, and you'll get a little, there'll be a little icon, by the way, right on next to store. There'll be a little present every day. You'll want to jump in and hit X to get your daily goodie. All right, Battle Pass. Battle Pass is the other way that they want you to pay money. So there's 2 tiers of Battle Pass. At the top here, well, look at the bottom of your screen. Battle Pass is another experience point system. As you can see, I'm level 19. And Battle Pass is a sort of like a season type scenario. So there's 2 days remaining on the Battle Pass. Every time that you play or you perform well, you'll level up the Battle Pass. And we'll see that when I play a game here in just a minute. As you level up your Battle Pass, as you can see here, if you look at so level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, etc. Silver is along the top. As you can see, that's what I have. Silver means you're playing the game without a Battle Pass, right? So when I hit level 2, I get something. When I hit level 6, I get something. When I hit level 9, I got something. When I hit 11, when I hit 13, as you can see, they space these out to make sure you're not getting a whole lot. Meanwhile, if you're on the gold tier at the bottom, you get something every single level. In fact, for level 1, you get 4 items, and then you progressively get stuff as every single level that you go up. And this Battle Pass that you purchase, we'll go ahead and hop in there, you do get some extra experience and gold. You get a mount, you get an animated frame, blah, 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 and you get awards just for leveling up. That's 500 coins, which, if you remember right, when we went into the store, there's no way to buy 500 gems, which is standard free-to-play nonsense. So if we go to the store, and I want to buy 500 so that I can get the Battle Pass, you can't. You can buy 400 or 800. So, and this is not unique to Paladins. Every free-to-play game does this sort of crap. So you'll have to buy 800, which will give you 300 left, which you'll spend on stupid crap, because you can't buy 400 because they wouldn't give you enough gems on your own to make up 100. So you have to spend 15 bucks if you want the Battle Pass, even though technically speaking there should be something in between here. So now what you may notice is here's the magic number, right? 1,500 Paladins crystals. So if you have no interest in buying anything that's cosmetic, you can buy 1,500 Paladin crystals and you'll get 3 Battle Pass seasons for $25, which is far better than any way that you can make these numbers add up to 1,500. Keep that in mind as well. So that's how the Battle Pass thing works. Again, even though you're part of Silver, you get something occasionally, but you can see rewards are like 5,000 for Silver, but you get 20,000. You get a 5% bonus. You get crystals. You get these chests constantly throughout your experience. So that's how they make money, folks. And again, all of these items, for the most part, these do for you is to give you vanity items. Now, this gold can be used in other ways, and we're going to look at that next. All right, so now we're going to look at champions. So I mentioned that there are 3 levels of experience points. One is your overall experience points, which you can see right now in the upper right-hand corner. I am a level 24 person. As me, my account is level 24. If I were to look at each one of these heroes, my Tyra is a level 22. And as you recall, if you look at my Battle Pass, I am level 19 in Battle Pass. So it gets very, very confusing. Battle Pass leveling simply grants you more of these items that you'll get along the Battle Pass way. But champions, other things happen. So let's go back to Tyra here. So with levels, you gain something called mastery rewards, and the higher up you go, you get more stuff. Some of it is, most of it's cosmetic in nature, poses. However, there are some talents that you will get. Now, these actually are important to playing the game. So, can you pay to win? If you can buy these talents using gold, right? Does that give you an advantage? Yes and no. You can't purchase gold outright, nor can you trade gems for gold. So gold has to be earned in the game the same way by each and every player that plays. However, I would like to point out, Battle Pass gold people get shoveled gold a lot more frequently than the rest of us. You'll earn gold by playing the game, but look at this. I mean, the amount of gold that a Battle Pass person will get definitely gives them an advantage. So yes, in a very interesting roundabout way, you can pay to win in Paladins, regardless of what anybody tells you. Totally possible. Back to champions. So the mastery rewards, this is like I'm level 22, right? So the next thing I get is level 30, so that's quite a ways away. But again, it's a title, right? And then most of these things, I've already got the good stuff, right? 1, 2, 3. I got the functionality, and I'll show you how these skills work in a minute. Let's see. So my leaderboard, again, standard nonsense for Tyra. Who's got the highest Tyra score overall? Blah blah blah. Whatever. Who cares? Customize. All right, so customization has to do, again, with all vanity items. So you've got your skin, you've got your emote, right? And you've got this pose. Right? So these are all vanity items. They don't do anything for you in the game. They don't give you any more powers. It's just vanity stuff. Loadouts. This is going to be the most important thing that you do with your character. We're going to get to that in a minute. And of course, you can review your abilities as well. Every single character has different abilities. You'll need to study each and every one of them, and each person you play will have definite strengths and weaknesses. Most of these items, as you can see, have a cooldown period, the 9, 15, 18 seconds. But those can all be modified through talents and through loadouts. So you need to pay attention to the loadouts. So loadouts, as you can see, you can have 6 per character. And you notice these little numbers underneath. So these are really sort of like Magic the Gathering cards. Let's create a brand new loadout. You have 5 cards to fill, and you can pick from each of the cards. Now you can see in this case that they're set up into 4 quadrants. Hunter's Mark is one of her skills, Firebomb is a skill, Nade Launcher is a skill, and then you have sort of an armor and weapon generic category. So each one of these, as you can see, grants you sort of a specialty. Now these are not consumables. You don't use these up as you play. You can use these cards over and over again, but understand, every match you can only choose one loadout, right? So you only get one of these, and once you're locked in, you're locked in. Unlike other similar types of games, you cannot change your loadout, nor can you change your character once the match starts. So you have to be careful and choose the right thing. So let's go back here. Let's just grab one. Let's start with a fresh one. All right. So especially in the beginning, you probably want to help yourself by increasing your ammo or your health. These are all really good ways to start. Right, so ammo and health increases. See, you cannot be slowed down. Now, let's see. So her Firebomb is perfect, right? It's good for blowing a point up with fire. So you might want to reduce the cooldown by a second. Let's see. Firebomb reduces healing, movement speed. Right, the grenade launcher. Reducing cooldown of that would probably be helpful. And no, every time I use a grenade launcher, I get ammo back. That could be useful too. Now you'll see I've got a number 1 at the bottom of each one of these. I have, as you can see at the bottom, I have 10 points free. And as you can see, I can use right and left bumper to actually add points to the cards. As I add points, it goes up. And you can see I went from maximum health of 50 to maximum health of 250. Increase your ammo, right? Reduce the cooldown of Firebomb. Now, oddly enough, this thing will let you sit here and add more points than you actually have. I have no idea why anybody would do that, but for the sake of argument, let's reduce these down. There. Now we have a loadout. We can save and exit. We can import from another loadout and do some tweaking, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to actually save the loadout because I'll forget that I made this, and then I'll accidentally be choosing it as my common one. So this is my current one. As you can see, I've got health and ammo. Reduce my Hunter's Mark cooldown, and actually, I might take that down a notch and put one there. 2 seconds would be awesome. And let's do this. I'm going to even cool it down more. Alright, cool. Alright, so now I'm going to save and exit. Perfect. So now Tyra's good to go. Now you have to imagine you need to do this for each and every character that you play. As you can see by the numbers here who I play the tree guy. I play the old wizard guy. I play the Orko from He-Man. And I've dabbled with some of the other characters as well. Alright, so now you've got your champions put together. You've made a decision whether or not you're going to pay extra for Battle Pass. You've gotten your daily credits. You've checked your quests. Now we're actually ready to do some playing. So you can do ranked play, which I'm not interested in doing right now. There's some training involved, some other stuff. But these are the 3 primary modes right now. Rise of Furia is a special event, so that'll come and go. Deathmatch has 2 different modes. One is Team Deathmatch, and one is sort of a domination where you have to hold a point against your enemy. Siege is more like, obviously, is sort of a combination. You capture the objective and then you move the payload. Those of you who play Overwatch are very, very familiar with that type of a game mode. So let's jump into a game of deathmatch. So I'm queued up now and I'm waiting. If you decide to jump out to the kitchen or something to get a drink or whatever, keep your controller with you. As you couldn't feel it buzz, but if you don't join in the amount of time, you get dropped off. But the controller will rumble when there's a match ready. So we're going to go ahead and ready up. And of course, if not everybody readies up, you'll drop back to searching again, which is sort of a pain in the butt. Alright, now it's first come, first serve, so I'm going to grab Tyra while I still can. And you can take a moment. You have a full minute here, so you can go through and look at the items that you have. Again, if you're not paying extra money, these things are going to be empty almost all the time, so you have nothing to really do here other than sit around and wait. You can review your abilities should you be playing somebody new. Otherwise, you're just going to sit around and wait, which is what we're going to do. We're going to sit around and wait. Add a little more game volume here. There we go. Hopefully my voice is still very overwrought. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you to do right now is hit Y and turn off auto purchase. Now, you seem to have to do this every time you start the game. As you're playing the game, you get credits earning your account. These credits are only good during the game that you're in. There's no way to purchase them ahead of time. There's no way to get bonuses on them. What you get is what you get. So you can either have the computer picking your purchases for you, which you do not want to do, or when you're spawning after you die, you can get more. You have an opportunity to purchase your items. The skills or the talents that you purchase will depend on the player that you're playing and your certain particular play style. Now, as you can see, remember I told you that I have a custom skin, but my load screen is a diamond. Half the people in here don't have a load screen, even though they've paid money. These guys that have these fueled frames on their things, these people have all paid money. You can tell who's paid money and who hasn't. So these are the talents. Remember I mentioned your talents that you get as you level your character up? So this is where you actually can level your character up and get some advantage. So I'm going to use a hunting party, which will allow people to see the people I mark, and you pick your loadout. Alright, you get to review your loadout, make sure it's what you want. Alright, good. Now, A to purchase your items. Let me turn that volume down just a little bit, it's a little loud. So we hit A. Now, you have defense, utility, healing, and offense, right? And you can see over the side there's a tier. So you have 400 to start with. I'm going to buy a reduced cooldown. As you can see, that locks everything out. For tier 2, it costs me 800, and for tier 3, it's going to be 1200. Alright, so this is a standard domination style game. So we're going to go capture the point. Don't judge me. I'm not a great player. I can get by, but that's about it. Alright, so while you're spawning, right, you can jump in with A and you can see if you've got enough. See how my credits are going up while we're playing? I don't have enough to purchase anything else, so I'm just going to let it ride. Now, as we're holding the point, our blue meter's going up. It's going to be one of those kind of games. As you can see, I have enough to buy some other stuff, but I'm saving up for another level of Chronos. It's just my style. Sometimes you can get away with direct assault. Sometimes you have to go through the whole bit, and you'll find quickly when you have experienced players. There we go. Dang it, missed. So there are healing characters. There are characters that can give you shields, things of that nature. But for the most part, you're kind of on your own unless you're playing with friends or well experienced players. Now you can heal if you sit still long enough. I'm not damaged enough to be healed. As you can see, we're taking the point. The point's blue right now, so that means we have current domination on it. It's going to hang out here. Okay, so we're losing the points. We're contesting the point right now, so somebody else is on here playing. It's the guys up there usually. Yep. There we go. Oops, dang it, it fell down. Now if I sit completely still for, I was going to say, alright, now I can get my next level of Chronos. You can't buy until you die, so keep that in mind as well. We're not doing too bad. It's a pretty even game. That wasn't fair. As with so many other games of this nature, you do have a special. Mine is unlimited ammo for a short period of time. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest for sure. Dang it. Thought I could get him before that went off. Alright, I'm still waiting to get my third tier of Chronos. Alright, we need to get ourselves back on that point. Stop messing around. I don't know who's... There must be somebody up top that's keeping us from... Yes. Well, I tried. Got to get rid of them. We can't get the point claimed. These mounts just make me crazy. It's just a faster way to get you back into the action, but typically gets in the way. I thought there was somebody behind me. So I have the grenade launcher, I have the firebomb, and then I have my hunter's tracking, which is why you see the little R up here. When I tag him with the R, I can see him through walls. And because I chose to have that particular ability, my teammates can also see them through the wall. That gives them an advantage as well. I also do extra damage. So I'm going to sit here still for a minute, see how my little meter at the bottom goes down. Once it hits the bottom, I start healing. Dang it. Clones. There's somebody upstairs. Keep them from getting up there. Uh-oh. Alright, got my third level of Chronos. I'm also going to get a life rip and a haven. Now I'm ready to do some more damage. Mostly I get Chronos for cooldown. My powers are really only good, my gameplay is only really good when I get my powers back frequently. There's somebody up there again. Yes. Dang it. And again, I'll pick up like Wrecker. So I'll just start filling in my goodies as I go now. It's going to be a close game. Dang it. It's hard to get a bomb up there. Oh, I've been turned into a snack. Damn it, they ate me. I hate that. Turned me into a snack and then he came and ate me. How terrible is that, right? Alright. We're still doing alright despite my poor play. Oops, missed. Dang it. Common for my character. I weaken the guys, and then somebody else comes along, and I hate that guy. That Orko from He-Man. See, the more you end up dying, you're probably thinking, well, I die, I come back, who cares? But your downtime affects your credits, so you don't want that. At least I think it does. Burning. Dang it. Alright, we're doing alright. There's somebody up on top. Not anymore. Who else is on here? Guy. Dang it. It's more life rip, I guess. That heals me as I do damage, so that's good. I'd rather this not be this close of a game. I win. Not gonna happen for me. What's that guy doing? They're just sitting there. It gets frustrating sometimes when you have teammates that just sit around and do nothing. Don't let them lead us off, boys. I think we'll still get it, but it's going to be tight. All right, well, there you go. All right, so you get your little final play of the game thing. And one thing I did forget to show you is how to manually level up your characters. Obviously, with experience points, you'll get leveled up, which we'll see here at the end. But you can also do it artificially with gold, which is why the Battle Pass people have a slight advantage over the rest of us, whether or not anybody wants to admit it or not. There's a lot of loading in this game. Very slow loading, a lot of downtime waiting between matches. Not the best part of the game, but it is very fun, especially being on the Switch platform. We don't have a ton of games like this. I just can't wait for Overwatch if and when it comes. So now you see that Tyra got points, my account got points, and my battle pass went up, right? So this is what I was talking about by having 3 experience points, meters. My challenges, these are your battle pass ranks. So my battle pass isn't at 21 yet, so that's why I don't have my next set of awards. My daily quests, nothing there. Best in class, we didn't rank, unfortunately. And then, of course, the scoreboard, overall, how everybody did. All right, so let's go back to champions here. I've got a little bit of gold. I can't really do much here. But let's say that I was in a hurry to ramp Tyra up. I could go to level up, and it's telling me that for 1112 gold, which I do have, I can go ahead and rank her up right now to 23, which I'll do. Boom, I'm now level 23. Now, had I had a mastery reward at 23, then I would have gotten that without actually, quote, earning it. I spent coins to get it. So that's the important thing to do. And especially with some of these early characters, you know, like this guy, he doesn't get another mastery reward until 5, right? And that pose, you still have to purchase it. That just makes it available for purchase, right? So if I went ahead and advanced him to level 5, I would have the availability to buy the pose. It's not till 8 that I get another particular skill that I can use. So be careful with the way you're spending your money, and keep track of that sort of thing. Well, that's it. I mean, it seems rather complicated, and in some cases it's probably overly complicated. But that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Hopefully you've gotten something good out of this. I know that I struggled at the beginning. A lot of new players struggle with all the different currencies and all the other nonsense that they throw in here. But once you get down to the brass tacks, it's a $30 game. You pay your money, you get all the characters, which you would normally have to grind for, by the way, and everything else that's paid to win. Anything else that you're going to pay for is a vanity item, with the exception of Battle Pass, which does give you more gold, which would allow you to advance your characters XP faster, which could give you access to higher level skills faster than people that don't pay. So that's how that all works out. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Shane Monroe. Please feel free to like the video, share it with your friends, post it on social media. Hope you had a good time. Thanks so much for watching.